So, to get back to, declaring who you want to be, don't use it as an affirmation. Use it as something that you truly believe, your own words. And why is it you wouldn't believe your own words? Because everything is attracted by what you believe, not what you think, but what you believe inside you, what your hard drive is telling you. So it's like, just change your hard drive. And the only reason I know what it is I know is because I've had more than enough experiences. Wild shit has appeared when it's not supposed to appear. And like a house. Why would a house just show up with no money, no income, nothing? I really, really believed it. I was walking around telling everybody how excited I was about it. And when you walk around being excited about something and you know what you know, other people start to, wow, maybe she knows something, I don't know. But the universe was totally against me, but it didn't matter. No matter how much anybody, it actually gave me more strength, the more people that didn't believe me, because I believed in myself that much. 2 weeks. It's generally always 2 weeks. Now, when I say I believe that all of this happened for a reason to me, why do I know the information I know? Why do I feel this passion to share all of this with? Why is it I can't seem to stop myself? And it's almost like, because everything that happened in my life happened for a reason. Had specific conversation with God once. Definitely said, you're going to have this life experience that I can't tell you anything about, otherwise you won't get it on your own. But you have to see this whole thing for yourself. Learn it for yourself. Most of it is the will to want to understand it, not the will to be lost in the not knowing of it. But you have to actually want to understand it and be open for the answers. And like if you don't have that inside you, you'll never find it. So it's almost like God couldn't tell me, you gotta have that will. He showed me little experiences all my life that, first these glasses came up, and then I wanted to understand, okay, how can I get impossible things happen? So I tried it over and over again, it didn't work. And then when it happened again, it was like, okay, what was the similarities between me attracting that one and the second one? What were the agreements that made something work? And what were the things that I was doing that didn't make it work? So that's how this bottled water concept came up. Because it answered perfectly how you attract the hell out of your life and how you attract all of the goodness in your life. So I'm still not 100% believing that I'm a massive change in the planet. I know it's there. I know all of this has happened for a reason to me. But my belief system isn't quite there yet. But it's so getting close. It's like as soon as it's there, it's like, look out. Because when I do believe in it, then my words are going to be different. There's still a contradiction someplace. If I'm smoking, which I still am, there's something there that's pushing me towards that. And right now, I can see that things are getting so much worse. What's the point? Maybe we all should just die and let this game repeat again. And do you really know what's going to happen in just a few months? Not months, but probably within the end of the world if we don't put a stop to this. You've got all of the ways that we earn energy from is killing the planet. You can have more than enough wars to get your energy from. You can have nuclear power plants that are all on fault lines. You're not understanding our frequencies, the heat we generate, our waves, our magnetic waves that we put out, how we're affecting the center of the earth, how we're affecting the outer space of our world. One thing that's in common is everybody's pissed off for a good reason, because it needs to be changed. So it's not like be the love and love your experience. It's like love the experience that everything is falling apart, that didn't work, and love the experience that you are the solution to everything. You know, let go of your stuff. Let it be okay. Don't fight. Fighting's never worked. Protesting has never worked. Joining together seems to always work. Getting that tribe you belong to, and, you know, having discussions on what's true, what's not true, how can we move forward, how will this affect us, and how will it affect the rest of our world. I've seen some of the greatest minds that are saying it's all frequency, and they're sitting there meditating, you know, trying to change the frequency. And it's like, I've noticed these people that are experts. The intention experiment, for one. There's another guy out there that's talking about fractals. Everything, it's fractals, and everything is frequency, 0 point something. I mean, he's got a lot of science going on. And he thinks that he could just sit there and meditate and put this positive, and it's like he hasn't fixed himself. So whatever's inside himself, he's meditating on that, and he's more creating the hell that's going on. It's like, if something actually works, it works. And right now, all of our concepts of what's working, or what we think is a solution, is no solution at all. It's actually creating more and more and more problems. So the way to find out what's true is your health. That is the guideline. One thing I noticed, there's always something that every little thing that I did in my life was a little lesson about life. And one of the biggest things, I was bald until I was 4. And then, you know, in the 60s, everybody had big hair and I had no hair. So I used to come home from school and play with my hair all the time, try to make nothing look like something. And then when I got to be like 18, try to figure out what it is I'm supposed to do, follow your purpose of what it is you love doing. And so I thought, well, hairdressing. And I was really good at it. But it wasn't for me. But I've started a lot of different careers, and each one of them showed me the information I needed and then made me move along. One thing I did notice about hairdressing, when you're trying to do a haircut, you have a guideline. And you make your first snip, and then the angles, sort of like all around the planet of your head, you follow that one guideline. And then you get perfect lines all over. I mean, you can hold it out or hold it closer. How you hold the hair when you pull it out following that guide creates different haircuts, but you have to have a guideline. Everything has a guideline that we follow strictly. So it's like, how do we pull ourselves out of this global end of the world? It's like, it's your health. Good health care will be our guide to doing everything that's right. We gotta get rid of this idea that the body is designed to die. If you died, you got something wrong. This is like the biggest awakening to this planet, is recognizing where the first lie came from. And the first lie is that you die. And your body's not designed to die. Your body's only designed to die if you're sinning. If you're polluting the planet, it'll kill your body. I mean, even in the Bible, they were living like 900 years, and they were saying they were really righteous people, right? Well, obviously, they weren't so righteous if they died at 900. But I mean, it is a really wild concept, but it's like, how do we react to that concept? I mean, first it's disbelief. It's like, why would you want to disbelieve that? Then it's, I wouldn't want to live in a world like this for the rest of my life. It's like, yes, change. What, you know, we've got all of these motivational speakers that say, life is short, get off your ass, enjoy it. And it's like, okay, if life is short, get off your ass, enjoy it. Guess what? You're going to enjoy it to make your life short. It'll be fun for the short period of time, but in the end, it'll kill you. We're not really recognizing the words that we say. And it's our words that we choose to say and believe that creates your reality. So it's like, What if you turned that around and said, life is long, life is an eternity? Then what would you have to say? Hate it? No. Love it for eternity. And I gave a kick out of people that are believing in Bibles. It's like you want to live in heaven. You want to live an eternal life in heaven. And it's like, God gave you the tools to do it if you listen to God, but you want to listen to Satan. Satan rewards you with that big house that you think you're doing the right thing in the short term. And the only way, can you not connect the dots that maybe when you listen to your Bible and then it says the only way you get to God is you have to get rid of the body? Be at one. There's so many motivational speakers now that I've noticed in the last few years, that Deepak Chopra is one of them, that everybody's saying, accept death, accept death. And it's like, yeah, if you're going to accept it, you'll never friggin' solve the problem. It'll just kill you, and then you're going to teach your grandchildren how to die the same way as you. If you really love your kids, why are you setting an example for them to die the same way you died from your mistakes? While you discipline them to do the right thing, it's like, you're killing yourself. So it's like, watching. And Deepak Chopra meditated a little too much, which is why I don't like meditation. I see some people come up with some really wild concepts that aren't true at all when they meditate too much. And it's because you're meditating on the negative aspect of yourself and you can't even see yourself doing it. But Deepak Chopra's father died meditating. So he thinks that meditation is so peaceful. He died in his peace. And it's like, yeah, maybe he died because he was meditating so much. What's wrong about meditation? It can guide you down the wrong path all the time. While you think you're so peaceful, you're right. And yet you could be dead wrong. So then Deepak Chopra is now doing interviews where he meditates on his own death. And he ain't realizing he's putting out energy waves for everybody to die. Here his career was about living a long life, ageless body, ageless mind. And meanwhile, this guy is meditating on death. He's actually killing the freaking planet and making a profit and calls himself a prophet. And here he's got kids and saying that his job's over. He's given birth to his kids and now it's time for his life to end and he's just going to accept death. This is a guy that's walking around totally depressed, influencing everybody else to be depressed while he's making videos on how to save the world. Meanwhile, he also said that through his meditation, if we actually solved every problem known to the human experience, we'd be mummified mummies, not moving at all. The only reason that we move is because of our problems. We're moving towards the solution. It's like, yeah, but, once you solve all the problems, you're still going to move. You just don't know how you're going to move. Moving for the enjoyment instead of moving for the hell of it. The guy hasn't opened up his mind to new concepts because he meditates too much on all of the old concepts, thinking he's cleared his mind, and yet didn't. That's why I don't really believe in meditation too much. If you really come up with a good idea, you ain't dying, because everything is causal. And you look at the cause of why you're dying, and then change your behavior, change your beliefs, so that it doesn't kill you. Well, going into the store and buy a few things.